Welcome to Cooking with Bobby Joe. Today we're making a drool-worthy human treat. This recipe is super easy to make and it is so good. It's called Pecan Encrusted Fish. You want to start by preheating the oven to 375 degrees. I'm using 4 pieces of fish and it's actually my last 4 pieces, so I have a variety of fish here. You start by washing and drying your fish. Then you put some pecans into a blender or food processor. This is about 2 cups of pecans and I'm just pouring them into my cup that goes onto my Ninja. I blend it for a few seconds until it forms a flour. Now I like mine to have chunks of pecan, so I don't blend it too much. But if you don't like the chunks, then you can blend it longer and make a smoother flour. This is actually how you make pecan flour, and you can actually buy pecan flour in the grocery store if you don't want to make it. But it's really expensive and it's a lot easier just to make it yourself. Pour it out into a pie plate. Well, you can pour it out into whatever you're using, but I use pie plates for everything. I have several that I bought at Goodwill many years ago and they are super cheap. I paid 50 cents for the basic ones like this. Then I have deep dish ones that I paid $1 for. And see these big pecans? I just crunched them into smaller pieces. And I'm not sure why my camera keeps jumping. I must have dropped my phone one too many times. I'll have to start using my GoPro again now that I've got a new computer to edit videos. My old computer, it took way too long to load my GoPro videos, so I quit using my GoPro for cooking. But I'm going to start using again now because it does not look like my phone is doing a very good video here. Then add 1/4 cup of gluten-free breadcrumbs, but you can also use 1/4 cup of almond flour, coconut flour if you want to make it low carb, or you can leave the flour and breadcrumbs out altogether. I find it holds the pecan flour together better when you add a little bit of flour or breadcrumbs. I also added 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan, sprinkled in a little bit of garlic powder, say about a teaspoon. I did a little salt and pepper, and then I mixed it all together and you set it aside. Then in another pie plate, you want to add 1/2 cup of mayo, 1/4 cup of mustard, and 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. You want to mix that all together. Next, put your fish in the mayo mixture. I used a basting brush to cover both sides of the fish with the mayo mixture. Then dip it in the pecan mixture and don't be afraid to get your hands messy. Get the fish covered on both sides with the pecan mixture. And then you place the fish on a greased baking sheet, and then you repeat until all the fish are breaded. Now I had some pecan mixture left over, so what I'm just doing is I'm just going to pile it on the fish. I mean, you cannot have too much of the pecan mixture. The stuff is really good. And then you want to place it in a preheated oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. And it really depends on the thickness and the size of the fish, how long you need to bake it. You know your fish is done when it flakes with a fork. These are small pieces, so they will most likely only bake about 15 minutes. Pull it out of the oven and share it with all your human friends. You want to be very careful because it will fall apart easily. Use a spatula that's bigger than the fish. A fish spatula would be the best, but if you don't have one, just use whatever you have on hand. And then the breading that's around, I just scrape it up and put on top of it because all of that breading is good. And I served this with rice and steamed broccoli. Here are my plates. And now we're going to get Steve, the food critic, to do a review.
Cleanse my palate. Okay, we've got some.
You're going to try the fish. That's
Fish.
what you're reviewing.
I'm reviewing the fish. Well, I was going to try everything. This is pecan.
Pecan encrusted cod.
Very good. Pecans are cooked to the point where they're not crispy, but they have a nice texture of softness, and the taste of the fish. What else is in the breading?
You'll have to watch the video. You're supposed to just review what you're eating. How does it taste?
It tastes good. There's something else in the breading. I can't tell what it is.
Does it taste bad?
No, it tastes good. Is it like some Parmesan maybe, or?
There's Parmesan in there, yes.
Okay. Maybe a little salt and pepper.
Yep.
And I can't tell what else, but it's got a real good flavor to it. The fish is succulent, and I really enjoy it.
Is it drool-worthy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing you drool yet.
Maple?
Yep.
Yeah, that's that little tinge of sweetness. It's not too strong. It's very complimentary. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
I'm not going to let you review broccoli because I know you don't care for broccoli, but I did throw you some cheese on it.
Yeah, the broccoli's, the texture is good. It's steamed just right. It's not like when you go to a restaurant and it's,
Raw.
broccoli roulette. It may be good, it may be crap. So.
Okay.
Very good.